Hi to Zanet, API for mobile solution in context-aware apps. So please some applause for Sergio. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We must think we all are heroes for being here at these hours instead of having beers or whatever.
We'll have after.
Yeah, I know. I hope. Well, the thing is, I'm head of research and development at Solusoft, and I'm very happy because this year we're talking very much about business, and business is really very important because technology, we can see technology as a tool to create business, because we need technology, but we need money as well. So the thing is, if we have money, we cannot create the technology. So it's very, very, very important. So the thing is, what I'm trying to do now is to give you some ideas, just some ideas, so you can think about how to win money. Okay? So then you can do with your money whatever you want, but you know. Okay, so let's begin with a question. Why do we all need to be API evangelists? Why? Well, the thing is that if we talk, what's going to happen if we talk about APIs, technology, or API business models to non-IT people? We will get, at the beginning, we got this, what? And then we will get, what the are you talking about? And what about if we talk about it to customers? We will get what? And then what the you know? And if we talk about it to business development directors, what will we get? What and what the you know? Because they don't know what it's all about. But the most important thing as well is that what about if we talk about it to developers, old school developers, I hope. What we will get is what and what the you know? This is a fact we have even in our own company. We are, for example, Manuel and me are in the, I want to say in the dark side of the force because I know the dark side, so. So the thing is, that's why we do need API evangelists. Okay, because we need to demonstrate that there is business here, there is money here. Okay, and a very good way to evangelize, I think, is creating pioneer products that let us win obscene amounts of money. Okay, so for example, we could try a product mixing APIs and mobile applications. This is my proposal. Okay, there are some examples in the market that are working with this kind of model. For example, Fitbit. Do you know Fitbit? This wearable gadget. Okay, their business model is based on API and mobile applications. So let's try something like that. Okay, and what will we get? The first thing that we will have is the cure idea. Okay, we will be really very happy, and then we will fail. Okay, that's it. Why? The question is why? Maybe, oh, sorry. Isn't there money about a business? The thing is that there are 1,000 million of apps in the market, 1,000 millions of downloads, and 1,000 millions of dollars of revenue for developers. So if you think about this, you would say, okay, yeah, there's money in creating applications. But the thing is, if there are more than 1 million apps in the app stores, okay, in both app stores, you should not find your app, my app. Okay, so this is a problem because I have to do a very big effort in marketing, okay, or whatever, or to create a viral product. How many downloads do I need to make my app profitable? Okay, that's the next question. And If we talk to this kind of people, then we can see the future. The future is that less than 0.1%. It's going to be less than 1% of profitable apps, and near the 100% of downloads is going to be about free apps. Okay, so we need to create something around it to win money. Okay, we need to be disruptive to create a competitive advantage. Okay, or we need to innovate in the business model. So let's see how we can do it. Okay. Another question. What do all these situations have in common? What do traveling, driving, party, watching TV, coming to this event, shopping have in common? Humans, people. And the people in all these situations are using their smartphone. Okay? This is the key of what I'm trying to tell you today. So the thing is, why is this happening? Because the smartphone is the first truly mobile device, okay? And we have always the smartphone in our pocket. I go to the street, I forgot my daughter at the house, and I cannot come back at the house for my daughter, but if I have left my smartphone, I come back and get my smartphone, you know. It's something that happens. So we are engineers, are used to think about apps, we never thought what were our users doing while interacting with our apps. Why? Because the only one thing they could be doing were using a laptop, okay? If they were very cool, they could be having a coffee, but that's it, okay? And now, what are our users doing while interacting with our apps? They are doing all these things that we have done. So maybe what we have to think, we have to change our minds and think that the most important thing is not the user is using our app. The most important thing is the context surrounding the user. Okay, so this let us think that we can create a new kind of apps. Okay, a kind of apps that doesn't need to interact with the user. Okay, that can be proactive, that can be reactive, that can do things instead of waiting me to ask them to do things. Okay? This kind of technology is what we are using. For example, Twitter is an example of this kind of application that we have created. It's an app to give autonomy, to provide autonomy to people affected by Alzheimer's and peace of mind to their family members and caregivers. Okay? The problem is that at the early stages of the disease, the affected person is completely autonomous, okay? And the problem is that he can suffer from sudden memory loss or loss of orientation, okay? But the best thing he can do is to live his everyday life, okay? That's the best way. So the solution is to create an app that lets caregivers set up what we call a safe context, okay, based on the time the person is allowed outside, where the areas where the person is allowed to be, things like that. So the app is working in background, and only if the same context is broken, okay, we detect there is a potential dangerous situation, then we trigger an alert, and then the relative or the caregiver can track this person, can go and look for him. Okay? Why is this app different? Because it's proactive and context aware. We don't need to be continuously monitoring the affected person, okay? Because the system is going to alert us if there is a dangerous situation, okay? And so I can do my everyday life, and the system will alert me. So it's very similar, but it's a niche application, and it has more than 18,000 downloads only in Android. Okay, so we think it's a very good example. Are we the only one that are thinking this is a very good way to act? Of course not. For example, Sherpa. Do you know Sherpa? It was born like a calendar, and now they say Sherpa is proactive and anticipates your needs. You have to say this like this because it's a slogan, you know, and marketing people love doing things like that. Are there more examples? Of course, Google, why not? Google now, the information you need, just when you need it, useful even before you search for it, okay? And weather, decide what you should wear before getting out of bed, okay? These kind of things is what we have in mind when we're talking about this kind of technology. Is it difficult to create these kind of apps? Of course, no. It's only about thinking for a while. There are lots of sectors or areas where you can put your imagination to work, and you will get some few ideas. For example, I love this one, what we call travel songs. Okay? Music players are the most vintage application you can find. It's even more vintage than my laptop. You know? It's not always vintage. The thing is, why do I need to create playlists? Okay. For example, let's think in my car, it's me, my wife, and my daughter. Who rules? My daughter, of course. So why don't create a music player that just play music that my daughter likes? Okay. And what about if in the car there are only my wife and me? Who rules? My wife, of course. So what music should sound, you know? I don't need to next or turn the button up or whatever. Okay, I have information enough to do it in a proactive way. Okay, so now that we're talking about connected car, for example, I can know if rock music makes me drive like mad or whatever. So change the music. Don't let me drive it in a dangerous way. Okay, this kind of things. So how are these apps? It's about mobility, so information is generated and consumed in real time when something's happening. Okay, it's important. And I'm going to change this because I don't see my own stats. The communication is multidirectional. Okay, it's not just like the old web that you have to wait for a user to come to you. You can go to look for your user. Okay, push notifications like that. It creates a new reality and a new experience. I've seen my cousin, 14 years old, shopping. Her user experience is completely different than mine. She has WhatsApp group with all her friends, you know. Picture to the shirt, picture to the skirt. Oh, what a wonderful, yeah, and you can mix it with that, and you, oh, that. She buys like that. For me, shopping experience is going into the shop, these dresses, going out the shop, okay? Just like that. But we cannot change the reality. It's augmented reality, the real augmented reality. Okay? All of us are sensors, and these kind of apps enables us to know and to interact with our users. Okay, so what happens? The thing is that all these create another value proposition that can enable us to bring some money, okay? Because we can transform existing business, it enables new business, create new channels, and enable to create new services, and it's very important. So, okay, let's go for it, okay? We're convinced that we can money with this. Stop just a minute, okay? What are the technological challenges? The first one is about technology. Okay, lots of technology related to this kind of applications. for example, location application, okay, GPS, Wi-Fi, triangulation, and things like that. The second one is about information. The data must be in the right place at in the right format at the right time. Okay, it's very difficult to do this. It's about infrastructure. We want high availability and scalability systems and things like that. Okay, and finally, we need to do reusable solutions because we have to fight against fragmentation and things like that, okay? But even with this, technology is not a problem, okay? If you're creating context-aware apps, maybe you are going to need real-time solutions, maybe you want to put a wall, maybe you're going to use a chat, augmented reality, you need to manage your users, of course, relationship between your users. You have to integrate your app with a location-based system so you know where your users are or what point of interest they are managing or things like that. Of course, you have to manage communications and you have to integrate with open data sources, okay? So this is all you need to create your own context-aware app. Are you going to do it yourself? Everything? That's the question. Okay. So let's look at the market and let's see what it's saying. Okay. And what is it saying? It's talking about API, backend as a service, mobile backend as a service, mobile application developed platforms, SDKs. You know, there are lots of people talking about this, so maybe there's a business opportunity in this, okay? And the thing is, as Kim said this morning, as I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, okay? I need to put my business, my competitive intelligence to work, okay? So I need to look for if there are this kind of products in the market. Okay, so for example, we can see what Gartner is saying. Is there someone from Gartner here? Do you know how Gartner works? This is the magic quadrant for mobile applications development platforms of Gartner. Okay, they think IBM is the leader to create mobile applications. They think Microsoft is the leader. It's a niche player, and they think that BlackBerry is still in the market and things like that. Do you know why are all these spots here? Because they have paid 15,000 euros. 15,000 euros. Okay, you have to have a little bit cool product. Okay, and then you pay 50,000 euros, and you are in the magic quadrant. So it's good because you know who has 50,000 years to give Gartner, okay, and what they think about it, but you must read all the white papers. You don't do it, you don't know what they're talking about, okay. So what did we do? We put our own competitive intelligence to work, okay. And we've been working in this kind of system for 7 years, so we think we know what we're talking about, okay? And this is the most interesting products or companies, depending on what you're talking about. The type, mobile, backend as a service, or mobile application development platforms, it doesn't matter. Now, the year where the product or the company was created and where was it born. Why this column? Because what's the degree of suitability to create context-aware app, okay? And then you have a heat map, okay? This column is really green, so there's lots of people putting very much money, okay, in this kind of products. That's what it means. And for example, where is this row is really green. So how is going to be our magic quadrant? Okay, who's the leader? to create this kind of product. Of course, parts, okay, the green and gold, okay? And this one, Topos, is our own platform to create this kind of apps. We were visionaries. We created it 7 years ago. The market wasn't ready for us, and now we haven't raised money to come to the other quadrant. So we have lost the battle, but we have the experience, we have the expertise. So we are still in the game, okay? But you should choose this one quadrant, you know, okay? So this is a very easy slide, okay? What are the pros of using this kind of product? Well, the same of using any other API, okay? So I'm going not to stay in this slide. The cons, you have to choose the right product, okay? Be careful with it. Be careful with developers' culture gap, okay? Because they are used to build tailored systems. And this is a mindset that you have to change. Okay, you have to find the best solution using this product. It's not the same that building it from the beginning. Okay, and of course, data ownership, privacy, and things like that. Okay? So the thing is that markets are full of vintage applications. Okay, full of apps that are using the same, that are working the same way that a computer application. So you can use this to create an advantage, okay? And the thing is that this advantage is going to grow, okay? Because wearable gadgets, Internet of Things, smart cities, connected car is coming, okay? And these kind of apps are very important, are going to be really even more important when this comes, okay? Because, for example, we can gather more information about the user, and we need our apps to do whatever they want to do while we are driving. We cannot use our smartphone while we're driving. Okay, so this is why we think it's very important. So while this next future comes, we can take advantage that we all have a smartphone in our pockets. Okay, so try to change your mind, try to build your first product of this kind, and you will prepare for the next, okay? Technology is there, and good news, it's really very easy to use, okay? So what we have to do now is to become children again, imagine again, dream again, to create a better world, okay? And coming back to evangelism, here you are, your $1 million. Yeah, I've been evangelized, you know. And that's it from my side. Thank you very much.
So, do you consider Nest, for example, you know Nest?
Yeah.
The thermostat, is it thermostat? For temperature.
For?
Temperature in house.
Yeah.
Who do you know Nest?
Yeah.
And Nest, for example, and it seems that Nest learn what your usage, and then after you don't have to do anything they do. So this is what you call a context aware?
Yeah. It's all about learning machine, knowing the behavior of your user, knowing what he likes or whatever, and then you can use this information to be proactive. Okay.
So is someone of the person? Someone of the photo.
He's my friend.
Yeah. It's a context photo, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So where is Alvaro? Alvaro is not here? No, Alvaro is here, okay.